It's fair to say that it's a little bit nicer on the White Horse Trail today than it was when I left it a couple of weeks ago. But I've come back today to complete the last 25 miles and go to Puesley. The Westbury White Horse, which was the last one I saw last time, is just over there. So, the Westbury horse. This is the oldest horse, white horse in Wiltshire, dated from 1778. The present figure was preceded by a much older one on the same site, whose date of construction and origin are unknown. Legend has it was cut as a memorial to King Alfred's victories over the Danes. I've just come up an extremely steep hill, so excuse me for panting. We are back on the White Horse Trail. Fair to say there's some warning signs around here. That's a comment. Walking away from Westbury White Horse now, the point where I left the trail about 2 weeks ago now. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link up there somewhere. Ironically, I've just discovered a woodland that I could have sheltered in had I chosen to carry on and then just come out the worst of that storm, but I didn't, and that's the way it goes. But it's a lovely day today, much in contrast. Huge views and quite a lot of red flags. I parked my car at Pewsey to get the train, train back to Westbury station in order to complete this 25-mile section of the White Horse Trail. When you walk up from the station, I think it's fair to say there's nowhere to go but up. It's quite steep to get back up here, but once you're up, you're on this marvellous ridge, which gives lovely views, but no protection from wind or sun. Last few days has been scorching, so quite glad for the cover at the moment. But yeah, it's a lovely day. So much better than when I was here last time. Well, since I climbed back up onto the White Horse Trail, it couldn't have been any more different from the last day that I did between Devizes and Westbury. It's been high up on the ridge. It's been mostly farm tracks. The actual path is that road just there, but this is slightly kinder on my feet. There is nobody about apart from dog walkers. You could see for miles, and the signage is brilliant because they don't want you wandering off onto the firing range. Well, I suppose it's only to be expected when you're next to Salisbury Plain Army training area, but there's a lot of military around. I've just spent a mile and a half trying to outpace a patrol so that I could actually video, because I don't know whether I'm allowed to video if they're around, but there's been some tank type things. The official path is that road, but there's a pathway beside it which I'm using and very grateful for, because some of these military vehicles are very big, and on the dustier tracks they really kick up some dust. A couple of poor cyclists got it right in the face, so yeah. But you're not going to complain to them because they're all carrying machine guns and things, so there we go. Still very pretty though. scenery is stunning, but the road is quite hard on the feet. I'm using the tracks at the side when I can, in order to stay away from the track for a few miles. I'm now in this track on a cornfield, which makes a change. It's very nice. Well, after 16 miles of walking the perimeter path of Salisbury Plain, we leave it and its wonderful views. That path is made a lot more bearable when you discover that there are actually paths on either side for quite a lot of the time. Walking on the main road is hard, but look for the paths on either side and your life will be a lot more enjoyable. This is mile 16 since Westbury, and I'm yet to find a water source other than a big puddle that a tank has made, and I really didn't fancy filtering that stuff. Sun's gone away again, which I'm quite pleased about. You are very exposed to whatever the weather is on the ridgeway. Just crossed over the A342 to the first path that's actually been in a field. Considering it's now 20 miles since I left Westbury, that's quite incredible, and I've crossed over my first stile and it looks like I'm just about to cross over my second. There's a nice cafe, well, it looked like a nice cafe at the crossings there. I was tempted, but I am on a bit of a schedule, as always. I seem to always do this to myself. Yeah. Carlton St. Peter, very pretty. Since the ridgeway I've been in these meadows and the ground is quite soft. I think it would be quite wet if it was wetter. It'd be muddy. But it's lovely at the moment, just really soft underfoot. If you happen to have watched the previous video, you'll remember that I didn't have much joy with cattle. This time, the two things you don't want to see when you're looking at cattle, well, three really. You don't want to see horns, you don't want to see calves, and you definitely don't want to see a bull. Where the hell is my stile? And that is a big bull. Oh goody, my stile is over there. If I get gorged to death, then this is my documentary evidence that I did bugger all to upset these things. Show no fear. Be scared shitless on the inside, but show no fear. They're very nice cattle, and my fear is unwarranted, but it still exists. Thank you. Absolutely stunning. 1 mile to the last white horse now. You're curious? Well, I have made it to the last white horse on the White Horse Trail for me. This is the Puesley White Horse, originally cut in 1785, reputedly featured a rider. It was redesigned in 1937 and cut by the Puesley Fire Brigade to commemorate the coronation of King George VI. We're going to be walking down that way into Pewsey. I've only got a mile or so to go to the end of the White Horse Trail now, and words of advice: don't underestimate it. It is a challenge, particularly if you try and do it in 4 days. Water is really scarce after Westbury. Be aware and watch out for the cows. They're unpredictable. 94 miles plus a bit for getting lost. 8 white horses. White Horse Trail completed. I wouldn't say I conquered it, but I got around it. Stay safe. Until next time.